Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I wonder if you ever think about if you could do better with your health. Or I wonder if you ever think about people that you love, family and friends, could do better with their health. Do you ever think about that for yourself and for others? Put a hand up if that's something that's on your mind. Let me know. Yeah, absolutely, especially these last several years. Well, now imagine someone who has diabetes, who has much more care to take of themselves because they've got this disease streaming through their bloodstream, and it's affecting every tissue, cell, and organ in their body and every aspect of their life. And that's me. I'm a powerful woman living with diabetes, and the way I see it, I have, and people with diabetes have two choices. And that is to allow diabetes to rule you and hijack your life and dictate the quality of your life. Or the other road and the other choice is to be able to stand up and really listen to your body and what it's telling you so that you can learn best practices and new solutions, natural solutions that can help you get in the driver's seat of your own health. How does everybody feel about being in the driver's seat of their own health? Is that a choice that you want? And that's a choice you can make, except we don't always realize what we don't know about what we don't know, because we don't often realize that there's choices. And there are so many. It really depends on our perspective. Much of what Mary was saying earlier about our perspective and looking at the way we perceive things. So I've spent the last 30 years, living my life with looking for and seeking for solutions and options that work. And don't get me wrong, we need our medical doctors. Absolutely we do. And the other side of that is also knowing the limitations of a healthcare system that was intentional to be a healthcare system, but is really a health crisis system. So I think taking the best and extracting the best of what traditional medicine offers opens up a whole new opportunity for us to be able to then apply new choices that we learn along the way. And I call that self-empowerment. Would you agree? Absolutely. So that's my philosophy in life for myself. It's respecting my doctors and respecting what medicine makes available. It keeps me alive today, and for that I'm grateful. And the rest is up to me for my quality of life. And having watched my grandmother, who was diagnosed with exactly the same diagnosis and prognosis I was given, and watching her struggle year after year with the complications that would gradually set in, and the many people, the millions of people in the world, with diabetes being the world's largest pandemic, with almost 600 million people, I believe that there's a whole new approach for the world. And my philosophy is taking a stand and being able to share the successes with natural healing therapies and things that we can do for our best self-care and get back in the driver's seat of our own health. Does anyone here have diabetes or know somebody with diabetes? There's always usually someone that we know with diabetes. All the grandparents, yes. Sometimes it's aunts, sometimes it's uncles, sometimes it's children, siblings, neighbors. The mom who's the hockey mom of the son playing hockey. So there's always someone. But I have spent the last 30 years researching and studying, practicing in private practice, and being out there and being a subject as a participant in research studies, and speaking to gurus, the top gurus in the medical and wellness health space. And I took that even further. I went back to school and got my doctorate in holistic studies and in traditional Chinese medicine and many other healing modalities, and one thing really grabbed my mind, and that was how we think, and that how we think either interferes with or can accelerate our healing process. So with that, I realized that these healing modalities are the most important modalities that I can do in my life. So I took a stand that life can be different. And when doctors told me that I could expect complications just like my grandmother and so many people, that little fire inside. And every time I heard that, that fueled that flame higher for me. And I got more determined and more determined. And I said, that is unacceptable. And there's another way. I might not know what that is today, but it's out there. And when I'm ready to receive it, it'll become available. And that's exactly what's happened. So now my specialists refer me people to help them because my A1Cs, as Haley was saying, which is a 3-month average of blood sugar levels, are spot on in the healthy target range, which they told me was never possible for somebody with type 1 diabetes. So I've taken all of that research from the past 30 years and I've put it together for people in bite-sized pieces so that they can apply these skills. And because doctors are so unavailable and don't have all the answers, but are part of the overall team, what I am so grateful for is that people want answers, and that up to 80% of people now have holistic approaches and holistic therapies as their main form of care. Is that not awesome? Amazing. So with that, it's really the impact in this book, and this is a bit of the story, but in the book, I go in deeper detail to share with you the impact that this is making in people's lives, how it's adding 5 to 15 years to people's lives, and giving them the quality of life that they want and that they deserve. So my philosophy is in sharing that with people, adding the value to their life and letting them live as it's intended to live, a really joyful and long life. So as Haley was saying, I have put together the Diabetes Success System and the Diabetes Friendly Kitchen Fun Kickstart, and that is sweeping the country with thousands of students right now. And what the feedback that I'm getting is they can't believe that no one ever told them that this was possible. So renewing hope and giving people a new license for life, that's the impact that I like to make on a community level. So I want to thank everyone for listening, and I want you to buy this book and purchase this book, if not for yourself, for a loved one, a family member, or a friend, because all the stories in here are really inspiring, empowering, and of course, we're all authors as leaders with impact. So please support our book and support your best life.